Good morning, welcome to a morning review on Wednesday the 6th of May. This is Kim Watson speaking for Easy Trader. So looking at the euro dollar first, and as you can see yesterday put quite a nice reversal candle in the previous day. Previous couple of days we'd put in this pivot swing in, which had got triggered, it had gone lower, ran into the daily 8, and since we've seen a bounce. Now we are getting towards double top territory in that situation. Now there will be people looking for divergences, and there could well be one if it gets up to the double top, but of course, like anything else, these on this sort of time frame, it can run quite a way past double top. So it's risky just shorting into the tops, but there's certainly divergence, looking like there'll be divergence on the daily perspective. From the 4 hourly, no divergence, it's just running up a new move, so a new wave pattern, so bear that in mind. But at the moment looking relatively bullish, and the previous highs obviously looking as a target. It's already almost hit the daily R1, so decent range so far. Could easily run up to that next level, which would be the previous highs, and maybe on to 113.15. So quite a rally we've seen here. Any sort of breakdown of this, well, there's a possibility it could come back down towards its daily pivot, but most of these markets are a little bit stretched in terms, I say stretched, but had decent moves. From an hourly perspective, it could be argued this is a little bit overbought where we are, and we could see some sort of corrective moves. But as I say, the trend certainly seems to be with the against the dollar at the moment, effectively. Looking at the pound, likewise reversal, bullish engulfing yesterday through that candle. Again, it triggered, well, actually it wasn't a pivot swing set up, but it triggered from that really long bearish candle. It was a bit of continuation. Yesterday it literally say bullish engulfing, now looks like it could be pushing up towards that weekly pivot and the 50 moving average. We are in double top territory here. Probably on the 60-minute we may see some divergence, not much, whether it no, we're fine. A break of this 100 MA, these previous highs there, could see us running up, as I said, towards the daily R1 or the weekly pivot would be good targets to the upside if that continues. So that's at the moment looking bullish. Bearing in mind we've got the general election coming up. The pound seems to have shaken it off yesterday. I mean, in the morning it seemed like it was in general election mode, with a chop and not going anywhere. Afternoon we actually saw some movement. Now it looks like a weaker dollar is effectively discounting the effect of the news at the moment, but we could still see some reaction. So the euro dollar seems a safer currency. As we look at the dollar yen, we are just seeing it break down a little bit here. It's once again, as I said yesterday, we run into these previous sort of levels, and it's not long before they're sold off again in that sort of selling zone, and off it comes. And for the dollar sold off, and we're seeing it coming back towards that weekly pivot, which is a reasonable target from where we are at the moment. Taking out yesterday's lows would be the first point, but it could easily come down to that weekly pivot and maybe beyond, back towards the monthly pivot and the daily S1. So a reasonable chance of that occurring if it continues in this fashion. Those would be the targets I'd be looking for. Okay, and finally the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar's been having quite a decent run through the Asian session there. It's a big bullish engulfing yesterday. Continuation looks like it could be on the books from where we are at the moment. We've seen a decent push up here. So again, it's the bullish side seems to be the way to be looking at the moment. When you're looking at it from an hourly perspective, there's urging on a bit of divergence going between those two highs there. But if we start breaking on again, well, there may be a bit more divergence. It could easily push towards that 0.8 area, which may be a psychological area, although looking back it didn't affect it too much across the previous day on the 29th. So we'll see how it reacts, but certainly it would be a target if it pushes on to the upside. Okay, that's it for me. Hope you have a great day. News-wise, sorry, I should just point out what news is due out today. We have got the services PMI in the UK at 9:30, which could always create a bit of a rally. 1:15 we've got non-farm payrolls, but it's the ADP figure, which is as useful as a chocolate teapot, as they say. It's not really even looked at, it seems, anymore. It's the volatility around it is very small. However, never discount it, because these things, they start coming back a little bit, and all of a sudden you see some volatility, so you've got to be careful. So at 1:30 we've got the US labour costs. Again, that may create a bit of volatility. It's not something I'd normally look at in trading terms, but with inflation and employment being high on the agenda, we could see something coming through there. We've got Yellen speaking at 2:15, so the US got quite a lot going on from 1:15 onwards. To 2:15 with Yellen speaking. She is actually due to participate in a panel discussion about finance, government and society. May create a bit of volatility depending on what goes on there, but may be low level relative to other meetings. And that's about it for today. We've got Lockhart speaking at 6:30 this evening, but economic outlook and monetary policy at the Baton Rouge. Okay, there's possibly a bit of action around 6:30 this evening if you're still trading at that time. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. Bye for now.